All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. Yahba Shem, Shabba Shem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and others, a great millstone, and Shalom to the Akim pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, this is just more on coronavirus updates, through the spirit. This is a big thing. You got a lot of people that really believe this doesn't exist, but, Esau works through the left-hand side, and the Lord prophesied that there's going to be famines, pestilence, and, earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars. All these things are key components of the end, and some individuals actually know individuals that actually caught and contracted this virus. This is, this shit is going down. Now, is it as bad as they say it is? That's debatable, but hell, it's from really like January, February-ish, really, I think the end of January is really when it first touched down in the United States. Up until the point now, you have almost 2 million cases that have sprang in the United States alone. There's almost 5 million cases in the world, and the total deaths on a worldwide basis is over 250,000. And this thing, is not slowing down. It's actually mutating. It's mutating, and they're still, the governments and the powers that be, are claiming to be looking for a vaccine. But we already know that Esau works through the left-hand side to push microchip, and that's the prophecy in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And he is the beast. You see the beast. The beast system consists of the United States. It consists of Spain. It consists of the UK. It consists of Italy, France, if I'm not mistaken, Germany. And they're also on the list. You have the 7 heads and the 10 toes. Which is in today's time we would know them as the European Union and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. But like I said, at the end of the day, we know that this is all a plan, and this is definitely, as the saying goes, never let a good crisis go to waste. Esau is not letting this crisis go to waste. I really want to pull this up and just pull up, all the things that's been going on. I'm going to scroll down to read a couple of these little article titles. I may click on one or two, possibly not. I'll just see how the spirit rolls. But it says, L.A. Mayor backpedals lockdown extensions after furious reaction. Yeah, so I think L.A. is they're extending their stay-at-home order, because it's bad out there in California, and then here in Georgia, they already open back up. Now they're finna open the clubs. They're gonna open the party centers and the fuckery centers, for lack of a better term, which is they're gonna do nothing more than create an environment for that corona to run rampant. And what else are they doing here in the state of Georgia? They're doing door-to-door testing and voluntary testing, where you can actually do blood deposits. They could take your blood, extract your blood, and test you for the coronavirus to actually see learn the metrics, or the amount of individuals that have contracted this sickness. But you see how Esau creates environments, because why would you open the state of Georgia first, then test people? You would think he would test people first, then actually see if everybody's actually in the clear. Then you start opening the government. Then you start opening these different, like I say, fuckery centers, for Jake to indulge in their wickedness. You would think that would be the logic, but Esau doesn't deal with logic. He's not trying to deal with logic. He's dealing with his system of the New World Order. He has a program, and it's Ordo Chaos. He wants to put everything in chaotic frenzies. He wants to keep everybody sick and at an all-time low, so that when he pushes this mark of the beast, 98% of the people are not going to be resistant. Why? Because they're going to have lack of resources. They're going to have lack of funds. They're going to have lack of medical health. Their immune system is going to be compromised. So all they could do is take that chip. But continuing on, this one right here, armed militia helps reopen Michigan barbershop. Yeah, and that's a form of what we know as desensitizing. All right, because they're having militia, the armed militia or FEMA, these different government-based entities, local government departments, uh, help pass out certain things, whether it's products, to basically keep the locals at bay from this virus, but really is getting people accustomed to seeing military vehicles, military men, fully dressed and defensive equipment, state by state. Because now, after when you first see these military men, what happens? Videos pop up. A lot of people go crazy, go into frenzy. But say, for instance, 8 months of seeing these military men, you're like, oh, that's just the armed militia. They do this. They've been here since last April or last January. We're not worried about them. That's called desensitizing. All right, desensitization. All right. And why do they have these armed military men already on the ground right now? Because they're going to push out martial law. All right. And it's going to be a full scale martial law. Because like I said, now you have voluntary blood extractions. You have armed militia that's, on a moderate base. But what happens when, things start to heat up? And there's going to be more scenarios that take place. This coronavirus is one of many things that's popping off, and that's going to pop off. So this devil is getting ready. Revelation 12:12, the scripture says that the devil coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. All right, it says U.S. grocery costs jump most in 46 years, led by rising prices for meat and eggs. Yeah, so not only can the people not afford to even pay for products, the prices of these products are jumping, man. So your finances are dropping at an all-time low. What it says, the unemployment numbers is at an all-time high, in years. And then the prices of food, such as meat, eggs, poultry products, dairy, all these things are jumping like hell. And what does that excite? That excites a famine. And matter of fact, I want to go into this because, hey, that's one of the other prophecies that we got to look out for is that famine, man. This thing is, like I said, this coronavirus is the pestilence, but pestilence can easily grow up a famine or actually spike and spark a famine. But this is CNBC. Just read the title, but it says the Labor Department reported Tuesday that prices U.S. consumers paid for groceries jumped 2.6% in April, the largest one-month pop since February 1974. The price of the meats, poultry, fish, and eggs category rose 4.3%. Fruits and vegetables climbed 1.5%, and cereals and bakery products advanced 2.9%. Yeah, and then you have a lot of people that's farmers or that know inside information, and they're basically saying there's going to be a famine, man. That meat, look how much meat grew, 4.3%, and this is in the month of April, and they're talking about this coronavirus may last years. So what about when it hits July, or September, December, next February, which Lord willing, everything will already get to that breaking point before that, but we already see, the time of Jacob's trouble arising, and Jake is going through it, man. You Jake in these projects that made your money, whether selling drugs or working a 9 to 5, living paycheck to paycheck. They're seeing that lifestyle is bottoming out, and what are they saying? That this coronavirus is mainly hitting the Black and Latino impoverished areas, man. That's why suicide is at an all-time high. Domestic violence, beating on your woman and kids is at an all-time high because Jake can't take it anymore, man. Jake is thieving. Jake is burglarizing. Jake is robbing, And you can see right here, look at that spike. From 2010, 2011, 2012, 2014, 2016, and look at 2020. That number has jumped drastically. People are not going to be able to eat as they would, back in 2019, where the scriptures speak about how victory